right, what's going on, guys? So I got a tattoo on my hand that isn't fully healed, so my hand is a little bit sore. So we'll get through this little review the best we can. But I got, just so you guys know, Cynova sent me a couple things. So I am going to do an honest review. This is for the Mavic 3. And I do have another Mavic 3. I don't have the Cine model, but I do have the base model. I felt that was the best way to go, not invest too much into the Mavic 3 series, since I'm still a little bit uncertain about the Mavic 3 as a whole, and if I'm going to keep it, or I don't know what's going on. But regardless, I ended up with the base model, and I have this guy, void if damaged, and it is a Cynova drone camera backpack. So if you guys haven't seen it, I won't actually, just so you're aware, receive anything if someone reaches out saying they want to work or do something. I won't accept anything or even try if I don't believe that there's some hope in it. And this looked like a nice solid backpack. So let's go ahead and open the box and see. Hopefully it is. It looked like a quality backpack, and I don't know a ton about the company, but a couple of the things that they did offer were pretty nice. So that led me to say, go ahead and send something my way, and I will do a test and a review and see what I think. So right now we got, let me put this guy down. And it comes in the box with this pretty nice presentation, right? So Cynova drone camera backpack designed for Mavic 3. So protected and a nice presentation. So we got to give them that. We can go ahead and open up this side right here. So I don't know if this peels off, but we'll go ahead and do a nice little clean cut with a sharp knife and open this baggie up. So it's essentially in a bag. A bag in a bag, and voila. So there we have it. And right off the bat, I would say this looks way cooler than, say, what DJI gives you with the Mavic 3 Cine and the Mavic 3 Flymore combo. It actually has a nicer feel. It's not that cloth kind of hipster bag. This is actually just a more modern, nicer looking bag that I would rock out. So that's me. Not so many buckles and clinging stuff like the DJI one. But regardless, so Cynova, nice little pattern here. This apparently is meant to protect a little bit. We can go ahead and open. It's a nice little magnetic button, essentially. Boom. You can hear that snap. Boom. So there. Come on. There we go. Snapped into place. So has a nice little feature there. We have this front zipper, which I don't know. Oh, okay. So we have this little guy which separates, but in order to protect it from separating, there's like a little button. So it will keep these two guys connected, which is nice. I've never even seen that before. So that's a nice little detail on the bag. You can tell it's sealed the way it zippers. So the zipper seems sealed from weather or moisture getting into it. And we're going to go ahead and continue. And that is the opening of the bag. So it has an area for 4 batteries, the Mavic 3, the controller, and I believe it will fit the RC Pro. I don't have the RC Pro, I only have the regular one, and I believe this is for the charger. So I think this little piece, I think there is a piece that comes out. So I think this piece right over here can be removed for, maybe it's the RC Pro. And I think the whole thing can be popped out. I don't know if I'm going to do that right now. But let's go ahead and get the Mavic 3. I got the Mavic 3 charging down by me right now. So let's go ahead and grab this guy. I don't know if you're done charging, little guy. You are. So the Mavic 3 is done charging. He is ready to go. I'm going to get the little gimbal guard, aka you know what strap for this guy. So hold on. Okay, so I got some of the stuff with the Mavic 3. Let me slide this guy over, get the Mavic 3, and we're gonna go ahead, put on the gimbal guard after we fold the legs up. It's interesting when you're flying Autel a lot because Autel doesn't have these foldable legs. So this is kind of old school DJI feel when you have the little legs that fold down, or not old school, but typical DJI. So let's go ahead and get this strap on. Boom. We're going to make sure the props are in there the correct way. I still don't know how I feel about this guy, but it seems to work all right, I guess. Boom, it protects the bottom and the top. And we're going to go ahead and see, let's go ahead and see how it fits into the case. That is, no, that's the right way. So that fits in there pretty nicely, I would say, right? Boom. Batteries. One. I don't have, only two right now. So I'm the economy testing my Mavic 3 purchase, seeing if I want to go further with it. We have this little guy, which I don't know if this, let me see. I got to take this out, I guess. So we're removing that, and I'm going to put this guy in. So apparently it wants you to remove the sticks, which is a little disappointing for me. So there's that. Let me go ahead and remove the sticks just for kicks. I don't like, I've talked about it before, removing the sticks each time the controller goes in there. These guys are rolling away on me. So let me put this piece back in there. And I don't know if that, I guess that's the way it's intended to fit without the RC Pro, and I believe the RC Pro will be a little bit bigger, and you would probably remove this piece. Now, as I said, the only issue is with these. Let me see, maybe the sticks will work. Put these guys back on. Now these are extended type sticks. Not that much longer, but let's go ahead and see. Yeah, unless I don't feel good about doing that, but let me put on the stock sticks and see if those go in with no issue, because most people will not be using these guys. So let's put on the stock sticks, and we'll see if we need to remove anything to put these stock guys the way it would come if you bought a Mavic 3 in the case. So that fits just fine like that. So that is essentially the way this guy will work. I have the charger down here. So here's the charger. Boom, we collapsed a little part for the wall. And I believe that goes in. Maybe it doesn't go in there, but it can go anywhere essentially. It can go in one of the battery compartments for now. If you don't have all, you know, say 5 batteries for this guy. And we'll go ahead and plug this guy there. So that is an option, or you can place it pretty much anywhere else in the bag. I didn't get there yet, but it's nice that this main compartment has essentially this extra protection back here, this little bump. And you also have the fact that these two zippers snap together to make certain that this isn't going to accidentally open and your Mavic 3 Cine or your Mavic 3 is going to just tumble out. So that's really cool. What else is there? There's a little top pocket here, which is nice for little money or SD cards or micro SD cards or a strobe or whatever you may want. There's this guy up here. And I don't even know what all this is about. So this looks to be an entire other compartment. So it has dividers essentially. And I believe that, so this is going to be the top part. So the red piece is here essentially, and then it stops right here. So you have these areas that you can essentially expand the case and do what you want with, which is kind of cool. For now, let's leave these in there since I don't know what I'm going to do. Then it latches with this little hook, boom, into the little eyelet area. Then you could kind of pull it tight like that. And that is this part of the bag. And then you'll hear that little button click into place. There we go. And then we have the back part, I guess. Again, first time really looking at it. It still has the same little piece. It's almost like a rubberized handle, which is really nice. I like the way these feel. And it snaps apart. And then you can go ahead and pull this guy down. And then you have this area back here for, I guess, maybe an iPad Pro or something, which is really cool, actually. So if I just went on my little road trip, this would be a great bag to use. I could have my iPad Pro back here, for example. I can go ahead, what else is there? Yes, it says a computer. So some kind of notebook. For me, I would use my iPad Pro, my 12.9 inch. That would be awesome. So this is a really cool bag. And I'm not just saying that. If I thought this wasn't a nice looking bag, I wouldn't even accepted it, and I wouldn't be talking about it this way. I would say it kind of is not that kind of quality, and it just seems average, but this is pretty well thought out and simple enough. There is, I believe, there's a rain cover here somewhere. Let me see if it's back here. So yeah, it has down below, it has a rain cover. I'm not going to take it out, but it will cover the entire bag. So that's awesome. Got a little Cynova tag on this. So this is a nice bag, man. It has this little textured area on the bottom, which is great. And good to go. I mean, side pocket here for whatever. I mean, I'm sure you could put a water bottle or something, but if you want to go and hike around with your drone, this thing's pretty badass. I believe it goes for like $129 or $120, $130. I'll put the price right there and you can see. But the key thing is, drone feels safe. And again, traveling with this guy, voila. With basically 5 batteries on a Mavic 3 or a Mavic 3 Cine. Fits the RC Pro. Has a little area for a micro SD card slot right here, which whatever, I'd probably just put it more like in, where would I put it? I would put it basically in here. That's where I'd keep my micro SD cards because it's zippered and you just have this perfect little compartment. So I'd keep my stuff there, but pretty cool bag. It's really well padded. I like the foam. The only thing I'm not really stoked about, which I could modify, is the fact that I can't use my little extended sticks in here. But it always is kind of a pain in the butt because they are not designed for the little extra length on the longer sticks. But not a big deal, especially if you're using a bag to travel. Got the knife. You could put the knife somewhere too. The knife could be somewhere in here or in one of these little upper pockets. But the fact is you can carry a lens. You could even carry maybe a water bottle, like a hydro flask or something in here. Something that's sealed, of course, that won't leak. But pretty cool. So I'll go ahead and show you a little bit outside. So as you see on location, easily transport. Boop. There we go. Got Mavic 3. I actually modded this, so sorry Cynova, but not sorry. Had to for my sticks. So that would be my only wish list for a lot of these companies, to make it for a little bit longer sticks instead of making it exactly the size for these guys. But you do have a little area for sticks. This little micro SD card slot, which whatever, pretty minor. You got your Mavic 3, area for 4 batteries. You got this little guy. You actually have this little recoil thing for your keys, if you want to keep your keys here, which is kind of a handy little touch. I don't know how much I would rely on this little string, but regardless, some cool little features on this Cynova Backpack. Actually, it's really comfortable. I just walked a bunch with this on me and it felt good. It felt balanced. It didn't feel like it was pressing into anything. My back is not awesome, and it didn't feel heavy at all with just the Mavic 3. Obviously, if you have a bunch more batteries, meaning 3 more batteries, will add a little bit more weight, but actually not bad at all. Cynova Backpack for the win. Actually really, really nice. Really is a nice looking bag. I mean, as I said, just the fact that the zipper is sealed from any kind of debris and that this thing snaps so this won't be separated is a nice touch. I've never actually seen that on a bag or a backpack. And for the overpriced DJI hipster $300 plus bag, this thing's way nicer, honestly. Not just saying that. They're not paying me, I'm not getting anything. It's just, you know, they sent me the bag and that's it. It's an honest review. If I didn't think this bag was pretty darn cool, I wouldn't have said it. So what else is this thing? There's a little tag here. I feel like I'm missing something. It says, I think it says, let me see. It almost looks like a tablet. Maybe that's here. I don't know. There's another little pocket right here. So I'm not sure what that is supposed to be. Let me see if it is in. The fact that it has a rain cover too, just in case, is huge. So if you do get caught out in the rain or something, personally what I would do, I always bring a garbage bag with me. So get one of your bigger garbage bags, fold it up in a little square and put it in one of these pockets and just keep that as an extra protection layer just in case, you know, something isn't going right or you lose your rain cover. It's always a good little safe, inexpensive way to make sure your gear is safe. So this little pocket here, yeah, I mean, really a cool little bag, especially for basically $100. So I'll put a link in my description below and you can go ahead. It will help out the channel, small kind, as we'd say in Hawaii. And I will go ahead and use this for a little bit and give you my input, and that's it. So aloha, shaka, tattoo. It's very sore, hands very puffy. But for now, Cynova Backpack for the win. Actually, a really nice bag, and I'm not just saying that.